What it do, peeps? It's the Beat Chef will watch the damn tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. To my new subscribers, thank you for joining. Hope you enjoy the content and hope you love WNBA action. To my day ones, appreciate you for helping me build this platform and continue to push this WNBA conversation. Let's get into this Sky game versus the Lynx. These two played on Sunday, July 6th. Quick turnaround, playing again in a week. This game was a different result from the first game. The first game, the Sky jumped out early on the Lynx. It was 24-10 at the end of the first quarter in the first game. And they ended up blowing the game in Minnesota in the fourth quarter. Turnovers and just bad possessions. This game was a little similar to that, except this time it was even early. It was even early, even though Chicago maintained the lead throughout the entire game. First quarter ended 29-23. In that first quarter, it was a close game, and it was far different than the meltdown that they had, like I said, in the first matchup. It was a couple things that really stood out in this game. They shot particularly well this game. They didn't shoot well that first game. That first game they shot like 37%. And it showed in the fourth quarter when they started fading and collapsing. That was one of the main reasons why they lost. One of the things that stuck out in the first quarter, one of the best plays that Angel Reese made in this game, and she made a couple plays that really stuck out to me. But it was one particular play. She did a shot fake, and it was on Nafisa Collier. I mean, Nafisa Collier basically covered Angel Reese a large majority of this game. But she did a shot fake at the three-point line on Nafisa Collier. Nafisa Collier has to know better. Know that Angel Reese isn't going to shoot the three. But anyway, Angel drives, and she kicks it to Elizabeth Williams, who's sitting right at the free throw line for an easy jumper. That's the difference in Angel Reese from the beginning of the season to now. It ain't the rebounding, she's going to get the rebounding. It's really opening up things for teammates and not just standing in the paint like she does. And when she gets a rebound, she makes those awkward moves and gets her shot blocked. Now, she still does from time to time drift in the paint, get lazy, get a rebound, and try to go back up, and it does get swatted. She got her stuff swatted this game, but when she plays out in space and she slows down, it's a whole lot better. It's a whole lot better game to watch. They shot well the first quarter. They shot 63% from the field. Angel Reese had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists in the first quarter. Dominant quarter, like I said, 29-23. That second quarter, Chicago continues to be aggressive. It's 38-26 at the 7:25 mark. The Lynx, no, they're on a tough road stretch. No excuse. Every team in this league has that built into their schedule with the back-to-backs and the long road stretches. So every team's going to go through it. They've been winning, but they had no energy. Nafisa Collier picked up her second foul at the 6:38 minute mark. I thought that was interesting, and that was on a post up by Angel Reese. Like I said, one of the few times where she actually posted up and she got her. Now, if you watched Unrivaled, Angel Reese used to give Nafisa Collier the business in Unrivaled. Nafisa Collier didn't have any help. One-on-one, Angel Reese got the height and the weight advantage on Nafisa Collier. Nafisa Collier will try to guard every position on the court. But when it comes to Angel Reese has Nafisa Collier's number. And Nafisa knows it. Angel knows it. And anybody that watches these two play knows it. That being said, the league did a great job. They got these teams playing a ton of games because they like this matchup. The Lynx have a problem with teams with size, and Chicago has enormous front court players that bang, and they give this team fits. Chicago, if they just really got themselves together, would give a lot of teams fits. I'd like to see Chicago play Atlanta again when they play again. Pretty soon, I think they play at the end of this month. That's going to be an interesting game because Breonna Jones and Brittany Griner. It was 49-36 with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. Ariel Atkins is shooting real nice. She didn't have a good game that first game on Sunday, but she's shooting well in this game. They end the quarter 57-44. Ariel Atkins hits a shot at the end of the game, a floater. At the end of the half, excuse me. Angel Reese finishes the half with 15 rebounds, 15.6 rebounds and 3 assists. Like I said, the major part for me that Angel Reese impresses me with, it's the passing and getting the assists and getting other players involved and not trying to bang down low. You're not Karl Malone. She's better when she's just at the top of the key and she's reading and people are cutting. She has confidence in her teammates. Her teammates are now starting to get confidence in her and not sitting around just watching her bang like she's freaking the mailman when she's not. That's what they were doing earlier. Now they're starting to move around and they're starting to get active. They still play bad basketball at times. They had 17 turnovers in this game alone. Third quarter, Ariel Atkins is destroying Caleb McBride. Caleb McBride, they needed help. And the refs tried to help them in the second half with weird foul calls, breaks in the action. It's 62-47 at the 7 minute and 50-second mark. Chicago is starting to pull away. Team basketball, they're getting to the rack. They're getting in the paint like nobody's business. They dominated the paint this game. This game, Chicago dominated the paint. 44 freaking points in the paint. It was times where it would just be easy layups. Like they were taking the will from the Lynx. It was interesting. The Lynx had 28 points in the paint. The second thing that stuck out to me was late in the game. Minnesota has climbed back in, scratch clawed. They're not too far behind. They're only down by like 4. Angel Reese is defending Collier. Collier, it's just them two. They're in the paint. They're alone. Collier does her signature move, a little fadeaway. She misses it. Good defense by Angel Reese. That was the second thing, and that was the difference in this game and the last game. They had mental lapses on defense the last game. They clamped down this game. The third thing, which I thought was huge, this was the huge one. Like I said, it's the small things. Chicago's on defense. Minnesota puts up a shot. Angel Reese is boxing out Nafisa Collier. Like I said, she gives Nafisa Collier that work. Nafisa Collier can't outmuscle Angel Reese, gets called for a foul on a box out. They inbound the ball. They get it to Bantam. Bantam comes in with a floater. That puts them up 86-81 with 4 seconds left. The next big play, Minnesota does the reset timeout, comes down court. They inbound the ball. Courtney Williams is at the 3-point line. I don't know what Courtney Williams is thinking, but she tries to shoot a freaking 3-pointer over Camila Cardoza and gets it swallowed. Camila Cardoza gets fouled, goes to the free throw line, makes one. Ball game. 87-81. They played defense at the end of the game when it mattered. This was a good game. This was a good win against a quality team, the best team in the league that at the time only had lost 3 games. That's what's the difference between this Chicago team and the team from a month ago. Also to note, after the New York game, which the New York game was the crown game, Angel Reese hasn't been podcasting. She's been working in that gym. Ain't been showing no videos. No little slow-mo clips of training. She's been working on her game. So give her credit for that. She's been working on her game. I told you before, the clips was acting. She's actually had to get that pressure of being in Chicago and people getting on her neck about her game. It really did get her in the lab. You can see it. Even though she still got a long way to go. Make no mistake about it. Her shot's still shaky. They don't really guard her shot. There's a clip going around where she's getting guarded by Kirkendova, and she's doing all this crossover, whatever, just dribbling back and forth in front of her. Natisha Heidemann is right there. Natisha Heidemann didn't even bother to come over to help Kirkendova, because that's how little they respect that jumper. She hit the jumper. It was in the first half. She hit the jumper, solid hit the jumper. They don't respect the jumper. If she can continue, because right now she's still shooting a low percentage, but in her last 12 games she's shooting 48%. If she can continue to shoot at this rate and take better shots, because she's not, like I said, she's not throwing up the clunkers like she was doing earlier in the season. So they have really, really worked on her game. Really worked on her game. So shout out to her for that. Still got a long way to go. Still, what I want to see with Angel Reese, I want to see you knocked off a big dog. This is the first win against a above team with a winning record. Because like I said, they got a bunch of wins against the Sparks. They've basically swept the Wings and they beat the Sun. So that's the wins that the Chicago Sky got. Three against the Sparks, 3 against the Wings, and 1 win against the Sun. And then now you got this win against the Lynx. So that's their record. What she's got on tape is what she's got on tape. You got to add up the whole season. Shot bad, poorly, early, shooting better as of late. The thing that impresses me once again is the passing. The passing, and her teammates are now hitting shots. So it wouldn't surprise me if Angel Reese gets maybe 1 or 2 more triple doubles before the season's over, because she's easily can get a double-double. That's easy. That's why I don't even worry about her little double-double streak. To me, a lot of the players in the WNBA should average a double-double. Period. That being said, she can get a couple triple-doubles if her teammates continue to hit the open shots. Period. That's it. Period. But this was a good win for the Chicago Sky. This was a good win for Angel Reese. She played well. Minnesota, it's the same. It was basically the exact same game. Courtney Williams, 13 points, 5 of 15. Didn't shoot well. Kayla McBride, 17 points, 6 of 17. Nafisa Collier, 9 of 18, had 26 points. I mean, she basically was the team. She basically carried the team. They didn't get much from Alana Smith. Alana Smith, a lot of people wanted her in the All-Star game. Didn't really play like an All-Star in this game. 4 of 10, 8 points. Carlton didn't really get it done defensively. 2 of 4, 6 points. Had a block. They didn't get much from their bench. Diamond Miller, who had been coming on of late, only had 6 points. And Natisha Heidemann really didn't give much. She only had 3. Jessica Shepard, 17 minutes and only had 2 points. You got to give way more. Alyssa Peely didn't play, got waived after the game. And, of course, Olari Kosu didn't play. Chicago, 4 starters in double figures. It was exactly like I say. It was they balled out last game as well. Angel Reese led the way with 9. Well, Angel Reese didn't lead the way, but she had 19. 8 of 14, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Of course, she had 11 rebounds, the 4 assists. She's the leading assist person on her team. She played well. Carmela Cardoza, 5 of 12, 17 points. That block at the end and had 15 freaking rebounds. Getting Angel Reese out of the paint makes this team a whole lot better. Whole lot better. Way better to watch. Instead of having the Twin Tower thing, it ain't really hitting. It's when Angel Reese is out on the floor, spreading the floor. I know a lot of Chicago Sky fans didn't like what Tyler Marsh was doing early. I haven't seen him complaining since. Rachel Banham, to me, is the one that should get a lot of credit. Not a point guard, playing point guard, but she's killer on those threes. Once again, 3 of 7, had 12 points, 31 minutes, 4-13 from the field. Ariel Atkins rebounded greatly this game. 36 minutes, 12 of 21, 27 points. And all of Chicago's starters did put in heavy minutes. 4 of them put in over 30. And Michaela only had 26 minutes, which is still a lot. Elizabeth Williams contributed a lot in a short period of time. 12 minutes, had 8 points, 4 of 6 on the field. Rebecca Allen with a bagel. Kia Nurse with a bagel, and they both played 12 minutes and 16 minutes. That's going to probably have to change in the next matchup because they play the same Lynx on Monday. It's going to be an interesting schedule. I know after the game, Angel Reese said they have the best young core in the WNBA. No, not possible. That's the Mystics. You're playing well. They play the Lynx tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, they play the Dream. After the All-Star break, they come back and they play the Lynx again on the road, the Storm at home, the Fever at home on the end of the month. At the end of the month, in one weekend, it's going to be tough. The 27th, they play the Fever, and I'm interested in seeing the July 29th game against the Mystics on the road. Then they come back and play the Valkyries. So they got a nice stretch as they try to make the playoff push as well. But yeah, they got a nice one. They're gonna have to really show and back up what she said about the young core, because Haley Van Lith has basically fell off the map with this team as a first round pick. She's not even in any conversation. But let me know your thoughts on this game. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.